All right, today we have a Supertec surface grinder for you. This is a model 16 by 32, and it's hydraulic, and it's currently wired for 220 volts, 3-phase. It has a nice cooling system with a paper band, automatic advancing paper band, as well as a magnetic separator. The hydraulic unit is located around back, and there's also a digital readout incorporated. So basically what you have here is a programmable cycle. You put in your final value or your total amount of stock removal and a couple other pieces of information, and it does all the calculation for you. Once you actually touch off your part, you can have a retraction at the end of the cycle. You have your basic controls here for the hydraulics, the spindle, your coolant. You downfeed by manual means. You would use your manual pulse generator. You have a mode selector switch on the operator's panel that lets you go up and down with the wheel. Everything has to start with the lever for the hydraulic in the down position. And once you have that in the down position, you can start your hydraulic pump. The longitudinal, your down feed, you can control it here with this manual pulse generator, this hand wheel, and you have different different feed rates from the 100 to the 10 to the 1. And you also have a manual wrap it up and down. Once you put this in the hand mode, you can wrap it this slide up. Why is it not going up? There you go. Now if the hydraulics are on, it won't allow you to go down, so you actually have to have the hydraulics off. And then as a safety, I guess they want you to move it down to where you want it, and then you can start your hydraulics. But you can only start the hydraulics and even the automatic cycle when this lever is in the down position. So when we lift it up, we get our table going. Now you have a hand wheel here. You can manually move your cross feed. You can manually move your table. So this has a mechanism in it where you drive your table to where you want it, and then you input that position with a push button here, and then you come forward and also input the front. So that's how you get your stroke. You have basically two grinding cycles. You have a plunge grinding cycle, and you have a surface grinding like we're doing right here, right now. So in order to start the cycle, you have to put the mode into the manual mode. You have to stop your table, then you start, and when you start that up, it automatically starts your hydraulics and starts the wheel for you. If you have it set that way, which it happens to be set that way. So now you have your automatic light on. So now once I start my table here, we're going to start to feed. Okay, your lights come on and off as you're going back. So this is going to feed down till it gets to its final size. It's going to do some empty spark out passes, and then it's going to park. In this particular program, I'm taking off 10,000ths, so it's going to be a little slow. What I can do is stop it and go into one of the other programs which are a bit quicker. So I can go in my program screen. I'm going to go over to the plunge cycle, and from there I'm going to go back, start up my cycle again. Now we're just going to do a plunge. So this is feeding down. whatever I have in the cycle. Stops on its own, parks in a certain position, and the wheel slide goes back up. In order to run another part, you would shut this off, you put your other part on there. Now you can start your, start up your grinding wheel, your coolant, and we go start the automatic cycle. And this is going to feed down again to its rapid position and then start grinding. So basically what you're doing is you're going to do a hand grind with this, manually touch your workpiece using the fine hand wheel here and the fine feed rates that you can get. Touch off your part. You're going to measure your part. Let's just say you had 10 thousandths left to make your part the size you want. So you would put the total stock removal, it would be 10 thousandths. And then you put in at what point in that 10 thousandths do you want to start going into a fine feed? So you say, let's say I want my fine feed to start when I've only got a thousandths left to go, and I'm going to feed in tenths. And from that, it calculates how many steps it makes in the coarse feed and how many steps it makes in the fine feed. Then you can program what your increment is going to be. You can program how many spark out passes you're going to have, and you can also put in the retraction height. So there's information that has to be programmed into here. It retains it as long as you don't shut the machine off. You can certainly do part after part after part if they're all the same part. But when you shut the machine off at night, your program has to be reset the next day or the next time you want to do another job on the machine. We have the book for it with all the information on it, and it actually runs pretty nice. I'll do another quick cycle of the plunge. I believe it'll start everything when I hit the buttons, except the hydraulic. So it's rapiding down to its start position. Then I got to open up the table. And this is just doing a plunge. It's taking a total of 10 thousandths off. And then parks and retracts back up to a home position. That's it. That's the 16x32 Supertec. Thank you very much.